Blick, blick, blick. Hi everyone, it's AJ and Farkas, and it is Something to Do Saturday. And I am giving you 10 tips in 10 minutes or less because it's a summer Saturday. And we are talking pet tips this week. And I'm going to try and give you 10 tips in 10 minutes or less. And how to keep, yes, 10 minutes or less, Farkas. 10 tips on how to keep you and your pet happy, healthy, and safe during the summer. So with the help of Flick and Farkas, we'll give it a try. Let's go. How about some vinegar and baking soda? No, it's not some kind of weird pet treat. Did you know that these two together can actually remove pet odors? So if your dog or cat has laid around on the couch or bed and is starting to smell more like your pet than your furniture, mix together a little baking soda and vinegar. Of course, test it on a small area if you're doing it on your furniture where it's visible. Put it on a damp rag and lay it over top, or simply sponge it on and then off, and it will remove the pet odor. Anything else washable, like a bedspread, you can go ahead and put that right in the wash with these, and it will take your pet odors out. And keep that vinegar handy. Did you know a combination of vinegar, Dawn dish detergent, and peroxide can help you in the event that your pet gets sprayed by a skunk? The National Humane Society recommends 1 quart of peroxide, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, and about a teaspoon of Dawn dish soap mixed together, and wash your animal. Of course, keep in mind you may have to do it more than one time, but good stuff to keep on hand because, you know, it's hard to find these at 2 a.m. at the Circle K. Does your dog need a bed? Well, a bed other than yours. A pillowcase makes an excellent bed. Simply fill it with fabric scraps, whatever you have on hand. And if you need to leave your pet, either with a pet sitter or at a kennel, fill your pillowcase with old clothes, ones that haven't been washed. Your pet will enjoy that scent of his family while you're away, and it'll make him feel a little closer to you, even though you're apart. On a nice sunny day, it's tempting to take your dog to the beach or on one of the walking paths. But if it's sunny, you'll want to make sure you follow the 5-second rule, and that doesn't mean beating them to the floor for a food that you've dropped. Place your hand on the ground, sand, whatever you're walking on, for at least 5 seconds. If you can't hold your hand there for at least 5 seconds, it's too hot to take your dog out on it. Are you looking for some new snack options for your pet? Maybe your vet has recommended, because of dietary reasons, that they back off the treats. Fruits and vegetables are an excellent option. Make sure though that you check with the vet, or the American Humane Association has a list of pet-friendly vegetables and fruits online, because not all are pet-friendly. And sometimes pets just aren't into fruits and vegetables, but don't rule those out. A lot of times it's not the flavor that discourages the pets, it's the texture. Things like apples, carrots, and sweet potatoes are great when they're dried. So consider taking one of those and put them in the oven overnight, or if you have a dehydrator, and you might have a healthy snack alternative that your pet will like. Peroxide is a good thing to keep around because not only is it a key ingredient in that de-skunking solution, but it also works as a syrup of ipecac for your pets. Yes, this will induce vomiting. So if your pet should ingest a poison or eat something that could be considered poisonous to them, this will help induce vomiting. Of course, you'll want to call the pet poison control or your vet to seek the medical advice as to what you should do if you believe that they ingested poison or ate something that could be poisonous to them. And if they suggest inducing vomiting, peroxide. Keep it on hand. Know your pet's hobbies. I know that sounds like a silly tip, but seriously, what is your pet interested in? If you have a cat, do they like to climb and scratch things? Or do they like just batting toys around? If you have a dog, are they a chaser or a chewer? The toys you provide them will definitely be based on their interest as to whether or not they play with them. So if you've got a cat that likes to climb or scratches things, make sure that you're providing them opportunities to do that. And with the scratching post, if you find that your cat is scratching a particular piece of the carpet or piece of furniture, try and make your own scratching post with the material that closely matches that. One of the reasons that they scratch a particular fabric is because they like the sensation either on their pads of their feet or their claws. They're getting something out of it. So rather than going out and buying an expensive scratching post that they may not use and continue to scratch your recliner or that corner of the carpet, if you can find something that's close to that same material, they'll be much happier, and so will you. If you have a dog, do you have a chaser or a chewer? Because that will make a difference on what they're interested in. Puzzle toys are great for dogs that chase and busy and have lots of energy, Farkuses. They come in a variety of styles and of course a variety of prices. And simply all of them have the same concept of putting some kind of treat inside and making the dog work to get it out. They also have the same style of toys for dogs that like to chew. Same concept, filling it with treats and then letting him work at it while chewing. Some are simple and easy to fill with anything that you have around the house, while others come with their own custom-made treats that you buy refills for. What's really cool about items like this, like the Nylabone and the Kong, is you can fill them with things like peanut butter or yogurt, and an added bonus is when it's really hot, you can stick them in the freezer and then your dog has a nice cool treat. So definitely when you're choosing a toy, think about your animal's personality and their interests, because the more entertaining their toy is, the longer they're going to stay playing with it. That's money well spent. Do you like the idea of a puzzle toy, but you don't like the price tag? Take an empty tube, such as one from paper towel, toilet paper, or even your plastic wrap or some of the other things that you may use around the house. Fold up the ends. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, you can wet the end of the tube and it will fold together better, or seal it with a little corn syrup. Won't be toxic to your pet. And add a little more of a challenge. Once you get the end folded up, simply take your treats such as kibble or a little catnip, pour it inside there, and then fold up the other end of the tube. And then let your pet kind of bat it around and knock it around until they can get it open. If you use just regular paper towel tubes or toilet paper tubes, they can chew on the cardboard, it won't hurt them. I don't recommend allowing them to ingest a significant amount of it, but a little bit won't hurt. And it'll keep them good and entertained. Right, Farkus? Water bottles can also be recycled into great toys. Again, they can work like the puzzle toy. Put some treats down inside there and let your dog or cat bat them around. Just make sure you supervise them closely in case they decide to chew on the plastic. Another great way, you can take a sock, or you can kind of sew your own fabric scrap together, and by simply placing it over top of the water bottle, like so, Once you have the water bottle inside, you can add a little stuffing, and you can either tie or sew the end closed. And you have a really cool noise-making toy. Again, just make sure that your pet is being supervised in case they decide to rip it open and get to the plastic. An easy and economical toy is if you have some old fleece blankets, cut them into strips, tie the ends of them together. You'll want 4 strips about the same size. You'll tie the ends together nice and tight, and you can leave those or lay them light. And then go ahead and lay your strips out in sort of a cross pattern, and you'll do a square knot over and over again. And if you don't know how to do a square knot, I could walk you through it, but there are much better YouTube videos out there to check it out. But once you get done making several square knots, you'll have a cool tug toy that not only is very economical, but surprisingly sturdy. It's even held up against my boys. So how did we do? Did we make it in 10 minutes or less? I hope so. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please like, comment, and share so that your friends can become our friends. And until next time, I will see you real soon.